Christmas. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing time, right? Michael, you want to come say hi to the team on Zoom, on Facebook? No, come in the office. Michael is sitting right here in the office. Michael, come so they can see you.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, you have your thing. Oh, say hi.
Hello.
Oh, you got to come in more.
Everybody see me?
So big up everyone that's on the Zoom.
Everyone on the Zoom, pleasant good night to you. I trust that what is being said here and done tonight is going to be beneficial to each and every one of you.
And what did you do today, Michael? What did we work on for you?
I just signed up to do my licensing. And I'm ecstatic. Tomorrow they're going to be coming to do my medical. So I'm getting there. And I'm happy.
Awesome. So the goal is to wrap up your studies so you get that license come January, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
For sure.
Thanks for sharing.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, super excited. We are coming to you guys live. I want to give everyone a shout out. Hey, Shelly-Ann. Shelly-Ann is on fire. Hey, Shondell. Shondell, it was good seeing you today. Y'all, let me show y'all. Shondell brought us present. Hold on. Let me show y'all. We got present, people, okay? We got presents. We got Tom Ford presents for the ladies. A lucky person is gonna win this, okay? And then we got present for the men. Listen, don't play with us. Tom Ford is not cheap. That's yours. Tom Ford is not cheap. So guys, we are getting ready for our Christmas party. Well, I keep saying party, but it's not a party, it's a gathering, but y'all already know the vibe. Y'all already know the vibes, right? It's gonna be amazing. So thank everybody that came on tonight. We are doing our money mastery. We do these every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. to share financial information. And I'm streaming live on IG. And then I'm over here on Facebook. And then I'm over here on Zoom. And then I'm over here on TikTok. So we got a lot going on here, right? So my name is Odetta King. I want to give a shout out to a couple of you guys that are on with us. Hey, Usha, I see you. Shondell, of course, was in the building today. Shelly-Ann just got off the phone with her. Hi, Richard. Good to see you. Richard, we need to talk. Ramon, we need to talk as well, Ramon. So make sure you call me if you can right after I'm done. Of course, Michael is in the building. Hi, Donna. Nurse McCrae's in the building. Nurse McCrae, I'm going to be calling on you for a testimony tonight, right? I'm gonna call on you for a testimony. Karen and Cliff, I see you. Good talking to you today, Cliff. And Miss Krishana. Hi, Krishana, who invited you? And welcome. If you want to go ahead and put in the chat who invited you so we can acknowledge them. And thank you so much for joining. And everybody else in La La Land on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, thank you guys so much for watching. We know a lot of you are going to be watching the broadcast on replay. So thank you, and share it. So my name is Odetta King. I am a senior marketing director with our amazing firm that teaches financial literacy. And tonight, I want to go over 3 basic rules when it comes to money. Right? Because there's so many misconceptions. A lot of us, we want to build wealth, but we really do not know or understand, how to truly build wealth. Right? So we're going to go over a quick 3 rules of money. And because it is Christmas, I'm going to show you guys what you need to be doing for your little ones, right? This is the ultimate gift that will keep on giving. The toys are great, the shoes, the clothes, all of that stuff is good. But honey, next year is going to be in the garbage. Okay? Next year is going to be in the garbage. 18 years from now, they're not going to remember those Jordans, those shoes, those clothing None of that stuff, right? I mean, it is what it is, but I'm going to show you guys what every one of you should be gifting your kids and your grandkids and your loved ones, especially if they are newborn or little boys, little girls, whatever. Today I spoke with a client and he's got 4-month-old, right? He got twin boys, 4-month-old, and to my surprise, I was so happy. And when I explained to him what he should do for them, for the very first time, y'all, I had a client that said, Odetta, I already got that for my kids. And I was like, wow, that's music to my ears, right? It's music to my ears that more and more people are learning about these strategies and they're putting it in place for their loved ones. So let's talk about 3 rules of money. The first rule to money is we got to get our money to compound. We got to get our money to grow, to double, right? There's many different ways that you could save your money. You could save your money in the bank. It's not going to double in the bank, right? You could do a susu and it's not going to double with a susu, right? So we want to teach you guys ways to save your money smart. So the rule of 72 was created by Albert Einstein. Woo-hoo! My uncle, right? And he said in order for us to know how many years it's going to take your money to double, you want to make sure that you're dividing whatever interest you're getting by 72. So if you have 4%, right? 72 divided by 4 is 18 years. So a newborn today having $10,000 because everybody give their mom money for the christening, the shower, all this stuff, and she amassed $10,000. And she said, you know what, Odetta, I'm going to put it in the bank, or I'm going to put it somewhere earning 4%. Well, it's going to double, yeah, but it's going to take 18 years. Can you imagine? Now when this kid is 18 years old, all he got is $20,000. Because 72 divided by 4 is 18 years, right? So now when this kid is 36 years old, he ready to buy a house, he only gonna have 40,000, right? But what if you're getting 12%, the far right? Shout out to you guys that are on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to see my screen, you're gonna have to scoot over to my website, odettaking.com/health and wealth, and click on the link for the Money Master series. This way you can come on the Zoom and you can see my screen, okay? So now if you're getting 12%, 72 divided by 12 is 6 years. That's a whole lot better than 18 years, right? So now 10,000 today at 12% is gonna double in 6 years. So now you got 20,000. Can you imagine a 6-year-old having 20,000? And now when this 12-year-old boy, he's gonna have 40,000. And now when this boy is 18 years old, he has 80,000. That's a lot better than only having 20,000 at 18. Guys, we all could have had this type of money. We all could have had this type of money, but we do not know what we do not know. Some of us did really well, but we could have done better, right? So that's the first rule. We want to get our money to compound. I don't know about you, but every time I look up, my money must be doubling. 6 years double, 4 years double, right? It must be doubling, right? You want to get your money to double quick, not double in 20 years, right? Because guess what? A lot of us are more than 36 years old. Did your money double? A lot of us are 36 years old, 50 years old. Did your money double within that time? Right? So that's the first rule. You got to get your money to double in a shorter time frame. And the higher the interest, the quicker it's going to double. The lower the interest, it's going to take a longer time to double. But guess what? If you know this rule, you're going to make money. You're going to stack your coins. But if you don't know this rule, somebody's going to stack your coins. Because you're paying interest and it's doubling on you. Your car is doubling on you. Your mortgage is doubling on you. Your student loan is doubling. It's going in somebody else's pocket. They're stacking their coins, not you. Because you're on the other side, right? Now, the second rule to money is how that money is growing. As it's growing, as it's doubling, you want to protect it. right? You don't want to just be rich today and you broke next week or next month or next year or when you retire. You want to be rich and you want to stay rich. So you got to protect the money. As it's doubling, you got to protect it. So if you put it in the bank, this is known as fixed account. Fixed account, your money is safe, but it's not going to grow a lot because the interest is not a lot. All right? If you put your money in the stock market, that's get ready to have your blood pressure up and down. Because when the market is down, you're going to be stressing, right? That's like an EKG, up and down, up and down. So stock market, your money is not safe. Make no mistake, it is not safe. There's nothing safe about the stock market. But you could make a lot of money. You could make a lot of money, right? You could be rich today, right? Because you could make a lot of money. But guess what? Rule number 2 says you got to protect it. As you're growing it, as you're building it, you got to protect it, right? Here, you're not going to protect it. You can make a lot. You could be a millionaire this year, honey, right? But are you going to still be a millionaire next year or next 5 years or next 10 years? If you don't understand, you got to protect it while you're growing it, while you're doubling it. So a lot of us, we know how to grow it, but we don't know how to protect it, right? So I sat with a client and, he's amassed a nice chunk of money. And I said, hey, you retire right now. You cannot afford to lose this money. So let's protect it. Let me show you some strategies to protect your $200,000 so you don't lose your $200,000, right? So the third bucket here that you see is index. And with index, you're only going to get this with life insurance companies, right? Here, your money is safe, just like the bank, and it's growing, just like the stock market. So anytime the market go up, your gains are locked in. This is why you see a padlock here, right? And when the stock market go down, your money is not going down because your padlock locked it in. Your gains are locked in. So this is how you're going to be rich and you're going to stay rich, right? I don't know about you, but I wrote this book. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Right? Let's get rich. We want to be rich and we want to stay rich and we want to die rich, right? You want to die rich. If you die rich, that means you had more than enough money for yourself. And now you're going to leave money to the next generation. Or if you ain't got nobody, you leave money to the church. You leave money to whatever organization or nonprofit organization. You just bless somebody else, right? You want to be rich and you want to stay rich, right? But if you have your money in the stock market, well, I don't know. I don't know how much I'm going to have in the future. I don't know how much I'm going to have when I'm 65. I don't know how much I'm going to have when I'm 70. And child, you do not want to be old and broke. You do not want to be old and broke. You want to be old and rich. Because you see, when you're young, you could be broke when you're young. Because you could work hard. You have time to make it back. But when you're old, you ain't got no time to make back this money. You tired. You don't even want to work. Right? So index account is the best account because your money is safe. And your money is growing. So you're protecting it, right? You don't care what's going on with the stock market. You don't care what's going on, who's the president or what laws they make. Your money is safe. Your money is growing. A lot of people don't know this part. A lot of us, we know how to keep it safe. Go to the bank. A lot of us know how to grow it. Stock market. Risky stuff. But nobody ever taught us how to get both. Right? Safety and growth, index account with life insurance companies. The third rule to money is taxation. Taxation. We live in America where they thrive on taxes. So this is a third piece that's going to eat away at your wealth. Because if you don't know taxes, it's going to eat away at your wealth. And speaking of taxes, January 11 and 12, right here in our office in Brooklyn, New York, we're going to be having 2 days of tax seminar. Saturday from 10 a.m. for the early birds, 10 a.m. to 12. And for the afternoon people, we're going to have it from 3 to 5 on Saturday, January 11th. And then Sunday, we're going to go to church, praise God first. And then 3 p.m., we right back here for tax again, right? So we got to know the tax game. Plus, it's tax season. Tax season is going to be here in a month or in a couple of weeks, right? You're going to start getting your W-2, your 1099. You need to know how to do your stuff so you could keep more money in your pocket. I mean, we want to learn this stuff. A lot of us, they don't teach you taxes in school, right? The system is not set up for us to know these things, right? So when you have these 3 things, you know how to double your money. You know how to keep your money safe as it's growing, you're protecting it. And you understand the taxation, where to put your money so you could legally pay less tax. Legally. Why would they not tell us? Because as long as we know, they are not going to make more money off of us, right? So if you put your money in a checking, saving, CD, stocks, mutual fund, it is what it is. You pay tax when you get your paycheck, and you're going to pay tax again when the money grows in these accounts. It's called capital gain tax. Tax later account. These are the accounts that you don't pay tax now. You're going to defer it. You're putting it off till later. You're kicking the bucket down the road. But the problem with that is, do you and I know what tax are going to be in the future? Put in the chat. Put on the chat. On Zoom, put in the comment on Instagram and Facebook. Do you guys think tax are going to go up in the future, or is it going to come down? Is taxes going to go up in the future, or is it going to come down? Well, let me ask you another question. Is anything going to ever get cheaper in the future, or is it going to be the same? Your groceries, your utilities, your bill, will it ever get cheaper in the future? No. Nothing is going to get cheaper in the future. So think about this. If it doesn't get cheaper in the future, that means you're going to pay more taxes, because if the item itself is costing you more money, the more money, more taxes. But all indication tells us taxes will go up, right? Nothing is going to get cheaper. So if taxes increase, all of these accounts that we're seeing here, which most people have a 401k or 403b, all of this money that you're saving right now, which is good, but because they never educated us on taxes, you're saving. Now you're 65, you got 300,000. No, you don't. 300,000 on the statement, but you don't have 300,000. How much of it is going to get taxed? You don't know. We are saving money for the future at a time when we're going to be older and we need this money. And we don't know how much we're going to get to keep. Like, when you think about it, even people who think that they're so smart, like, why would you save in an account where you don't know how much you're going to pay in the future? That's like you coming to me and say, hey, Odetta, I read your book. If you ain't stacking, you dropping. And you talked about you got $100,000 saved up in the bank. Well, let me hold 50K. And I'm going to be like, okay, I'll lend you the 50K. But I'm not going to tell you how much interest I'm going to charge you until you're ready to pay me back. Would you ever borrow money and you don't know how much interest you're going to pay on that money? This is what these accounts are. Guys, you're borrowing money and you don't know how much you're going to pay in interest. With these accounts, you're putting money in these accounts and you have no idea how much taxes you're going to pay in the future, which means how much you get to keep. How much you get to keep from that 300,000 sitting in your 401k. How much you get to keep? I don't know. Like, Doesn't that bother you? That you don't know how much you get to keep? Like, that should be the questions y'all should be asking people. That's the hard question. You should be beating up whoever is signing you up for these accounts and say, well, okay, I love the idea of saving money. I love the idea of growing for my retirement, but how much tax am I going to have to pay on this money? Isn't that a question we should be asking? But you know what? We're not asking those questions. And the reason why we're not asking those questions because we ourselves are not educated. So we don't know what questions to ask. I don't know what questions to ask. I didn't know what questions to ask. All I know, I'm saving money, and that's a good thing. Well, saving the money is just one part of the equation to building wealth, right? You want to save it, you want to grow it, you want to protect it. Third bucket here is tax-free. All day, every day, give me tax-free. Guys, because tax-free money means more money. Tax-free money means more money. If you got 100,000, no tax, you got 100,000. But if you have 100,000 and that money has to be taxed, you ain't got 100,000, you got less. So tax-free money means you have more money. If you go to the dollar store right now and the guy said, you know what, I'm not going to charge you tax. Bro, you just saved like 9 cents or 10 cents. You just saved because he didn't charge you the 10 cents. He didn't charge you the tax. You just saved more money. You just made more money for yourself. Now you got the 10 cents, right? It's an easy example. So you want to always be positioning money in a tax-free environment because a tax-free environment means you're keeping more money to yourself. They don't teach you this stuff. They're not going to teach you this stuff because as long as they teach you this stuff, there's no money for them to tax. So they're not going to be getting more money off of you. So here are some of the best tax-free accounts you want to have. A Roth IRA, all day, every day. That's good from a tax perspective, right? Stay with me. From a tax perspective, it's tax-free, but it has its limitations. How much can you put? I had a client that told me she won the lawsuit. She got 300,000. Can she dump 100,000 in the Roth? No, she cannot. Right? 529. Oh, y'all know I got a big pet peeve when it comes to 529. Right? I spoke to a client today. Actually, this was Richard family. And he said, oh, I want to open a 529 for my granddaughter. She's 4. I'm like, crooks. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. Here's why. And I went into my spiel with him. He had no idea. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not going to get her a 529. Hear me out. Here's why, right? 529, the two biggest things. If this child doesn't want to go to college, what happens to that money? If this child does not want to go to college, they want to be an entrepreneur, they want to start a business, they want to do something besides going to college. Guys, I'm the only one in my family that went to college. None of my siblings went to college, and they're doing pretty well for themselves, but not everybody's going to go to college. And even if you do want to go to college, here's how they're going to get you again. If you do want to go to college, somebody put in the chat. Let me see. Somebody put in the chat. If you do decide, yes, my child is going to go to college. My child has to be a doctor. My child has to be a lawyer. My child has to be, some one of those special degrees that you have to go to college. Then what happens now with their 529? Does anybody know? Put in the chat. Put in the chat. If you have a 529 and you're like, Odetta, I already got a 529. My child is going to go to college. So I need the 529, right? What will happen? What will happen? No financial aid, honey. No financial aid, honey. We're going to be like, child, you got money. Go use your money. Goodbye. Okay? Goodbye. You got money. You got money. Why are you begging us for more money? You got money. Leave us alone. your application gets pushed to the side. And you know what? My clients who listen to me and their kids being saving in the right vehicle, they gonna come and they gonna get all the money. They gonna scoop up in there at those Ivy League schools that got big donors that wants a tax write-off because they know this stuff that we teach in the community. Imagine you're a billionaire and you want some more tax write-off. And you said, you know what? I went to St. John University. I went to NYU. Let me just drop a easy $200,000 there and get a tax write-off. When you see wealthy people giving away money, make no mistake, honey, it's a tax write-off for them. So when you got these big donors sitting on these Ivy League schools, you know, maybe they graduated from the school and now they're a billionaire, they're a multimillionaire, and they want to give back to the community. They want to give back to the school that they graduated from. They're big donors. They have their name on a dorm, or they have their names in the hallway, or they sit on the board and making decisions. Listen, now you come with your 529, you ain't got no money to get. Because you think you got money. You ain't got money. You still going to be broke. You still going to graduate with student loan because the money that you saved up in your 529, hope and pray the stock market don't drop during your 4 years, because now you would have should have had more money, but you're going to have less money, and now you're still going to have to borrow money. Y'all, they're not going to teach you this stuff because they want you, right? They're not going to teach you this stuff. So no 529, okay? No 529. We're going to save this money smart so we can still get their money because we know they got money, right? Executive bonus, long-term care, cash value, life insurance, all insurance products, right? Now, we're going to talk about how do you build a solid financial foundation. Guys, there's a lot of ways people are going to make money. There's a lot of ways people are going to grow and build their wealth. But you must have something that it doesn't matter the test of time. Nothing can shake it. And we're talking about an index universal life. Nothing can shake it. No tax law can shake it. No stock market can shake it. Like, what? Yeah. So when I tell somebody life insurance, the first thing they're thinking is debt. But no, if I wasn't part of this organization, I would be thinking the same way too. Wealthy people don't buy life insurance for debt. The more money you got, the more IUL you want. Why? It's tax free. The more money you got, where you gonna park your money? At the bank earning less than 2%? In the stock market where you could risk it all? Or put it in an account where you're gonna pay a lot of taxes? Or better yet, when you drop dead, that money gets litigated now in probate court? Hello. You put it in an IUL or an insurance product, it bypass probate. Nobody in touching this. Guess what? That's what you want. Because everything else you're doing, it's up for grab. The court decide what's going to happen to it when you and I pass away. So you're working hard, and you're making money, but because you don't know this other part of the information, your generation could still end up broke, right? So you want to get an IUL, Index Universal Life. Why? Let's talk about the growth. It is uncapped. So even for the people that are doing stock market, S&P 500, all of that good stuff, we're getting the same thing here, honey. It's uncapped. The stock market goes up 30%. I'm going to get 30%. You're going to get 30% too. It's uncapped. Guys, do you understand what uncapped means? There's no cap. There's no cap. Whatever the market does, that's what you're going to get. Just like stock market. Just like your 401k. Just like your IRA, right? Now, let's talk about the safety. Because this is where we're beating them. You got a safety net. 0.75 guarantee you will never ever lose money. Like, are we dumb? Like, Odetta, I'm showing you a product where you will never ever lose money and you're going to get whatever the market does. Like, hello, up again, even though I already got 3. Like, it's ludicrous, right? Your money is guaranteed. Your money is safe. You can never, ever lose. Isn't this why we put the money in the bank? Because we don't want to lose. Money in the bank, you never lose, but you ain't going to get nothing on cap. No, you're not. And let's talk about the third bucket here. It is tax-free. And you heard what I said. Tax-free money means more money. It is tax-free, right? You could pull your money out at any age. It has nothing to do with debt. You want to buy a house, you need to pull out $100,000, knock yourself out. You want to buy a car, you need to pull $20,000, knock yourself out. Your kids ready to go to college, you want to help them pay for whatever, knock yourself out. You can touch the money at any age, tax-free. Why did I not know about this thing when I first came to America? Why? It is what it is, right? And then the 4th box, you're getting protection. Well, you got to protect your life because you're the one working. If you drop dead and all you got in the bank is $20,000, well, by the time probate court litigates that in a year or 2, how much is your family going to get? Think about it. You may have a lot of money in the bank. You may have a lot of money in the stock market. But if you drop dead right now, both of those accounts winds up in probate court. Your family's not going to see a penny of that no time soon. And when they do see it, it's how much the system, after litigating and paying everybody else, you have no say. You're just going to have to take whatever you get. We got to learn how to leverage our money, right? So now you have life insurance. If I drop dead right now, $3.5 million will not be litigated. Will not be litigated. Money in the IRA will be litigated. Money in the bank will be litigated. Well, no, it's not, because we got other things. We got trust set up. We got things in place. So it bypassed probate, right? And then you got to get your living benefit, right? I said I'm going to call on Nurse Donna to give a testimony, right? So what is living benefits? Guys, heart attack, cancer, stroke, I am scared. If I get a chest pain, I'm going to my doctor. If I feel anything crazy in my body, because I do this business, I'm best friend with all of my doctors, okay? If the slightest thing happens to me, I'm running to my doctor. Because I'm scared. The numbers are against us. The odds are against us. The stats are against us. We don't know why. But people are being diagnosed every 10 to 30 seconds. Heart attack, cancer, stroke. Heart attack, cancer, stroke are the 3 biggest killers that's affecting our health. So when these things happen and you cannot work for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, what do you have for income? Because the bills are not going to stop. You still got to pay your rent. You still got to pay your mortgage. You still got to have food in the fridge. You got to have the medication. You got to eat healthy while you're taking these drugs. And you're going to need money to fight the disease. So now we have living benefits, which is going to cover a chronic, critical, and chronic, critical, and terminal. Any illness. We don't want to say bring it on, but we're prepared. We're prepared to fight it. Are you prepared to fight it? If God forbid something happens to you today, tomorrow, we don't die, but we get knocked down with an illness. Are you prepared financially to fight it? Most of us are not, because we're not educated. We never had conversations about putting these strategies in place, or we just don't want to think about it. Well, no, it's 2024. We're about to go in 2025. And we're going to put things in place. God forbid, Yes, God forbid. But God also told us we got to get knowledge and we got to use knowledge. God forbid. But we also got to, get the knowledge and put these things in place. So, because it is Christmas, I want to show you guys, right? I'm not the only one talking about this stuff, right? There's so many books that has been written on these strategies. One of the books that I'm going to show you right now, I wish, let me see if I have my copy right here, right? I wish Money, Wealth, Life Insurance. Money, Wealth, Life Insurance, right? You see it right here. Money, Wealth, Life Insurance, right? How the wealthy, not poor people, how the wealthy use life insurance as a tax-free personal bank to supercharge their savings. Are they talking about burial? Are they talking about debt? Are they talking about debt? This is a book that's talking about wealthy people, right? Leveraging life insurance to supercharge their personal bank. Nothing to do with debt. Nothing to do with debt. Nothing to do with burial. It's all about building massive wealth and becoming your own bank while you're alive, right? So I'm going to go to chapter 2 really quick. Where's chapter 2? Yes, right? Chapter 2, banks, corporations, and billions of dollars. Look at all these banks. Look how much billions of dollars they have in life insurance. What does it say here? It is not insignificant that banks place billions of dollars in life insurance. It is a reflection of the value they place on this powerful asset. Like, don't you want a powerful asset too? Don't you want a powerful asset for your family? For banks, right here, for banks, it provides the ultimate in safety. Isn't this what we want? Stability and growth. Don't you want your money to be safe? Don't you want stability? And don't you want growth? Yeah, we want those things too. So you could do this for yourself. You could do this for yourself, right? More importantly, the FDIC allows this asset to be classified as Tier 1. Tier 1, which is the safest capital a bank can have. Tier 1 is considered to be the core measure of a bank financial strength. It says right here, we can learn a lot from banks, but they aren't the only one benefiting from this powerful asset. Corporations are also heavily involved in buying life insurance, guys. So when you're sitting here telling me, oh, Dada, how come I never heard about this before? Oh, Dada, this has to be a scam. Oh, Dada, no, you're the one being scammed, honey. You're the one being scammed. You don't know about it doesn't mean it's not legit. You not knowing about it doesn't mean it's not happening. Oh, it's happening all around us. Every bank, billions of dollars in life insurance. So because you don't know about it, you're the one being scammed, right? But let's continue. Let's continue. I think I'm going to start doing these seminars from just reading the books, because the books are powerful. And I did not write the books, right? I wish I did. I did not write the books. So now it also says, look. Like, I know a lot of us got something in our house, or we purchased something from these companies. General Electric, Procter & Gamble, Prudential Insurance, Heinz. How many of y'all got Heinz ketchup in your house? Or when you go to McDonald's and you getting your Heinz ketchup, they got money there too. Johnson & Johnson, the pharmaceutical company, your baby lotion, your baby powder, your baby oil, Johnson & Johnson got their money there right there too. So when you buy your baby oil, guess what? Johnson & Johnson got some of that money right there too. How about Pfizer? You got your medication from Pfizer? They got some of their money there too. Starbucks. Y'all love to drink Starbucks. Well, guess what? Starbucks got your money there too. Avon Cosmetics, Verizon, my cell phone, they got their money in life insurance too. You like Panera Bread? They got their money in life insurance too. CVS, they just dropped off my medication. They got their money in life insurance too. And the list goes on. Guys, they fooled us. They fooled us. But don't worry. We're here to educate the public. We're here. We're here to teach you this information. Right? There's a lot of books that have been written. A lot. Like, here's another one that I can pull, right off my shelf in my office. Tax-free income for life by David McKnight. Like, what? You mean to tell me I could get tax-free for the rest of my life? Sure you can. Becoming your own bank. Oh, this is a really good one. Retirement miracle. Like, what is the miracle about retiring? Listen, the answers is in the books. Read the books, people. Read the books. All I'm doing is reading the books myself. I'm becoming more educated. These are just some. There's so many more books in my office, right? Here's another one right here. One of my favorite, right? IUL Asab by Shirley, who was an attorney. An attorney giving y'all the scoop. Here's another one. Here's another one. Oh, and I'm pulling out everything. Here's another one, y'all. They fooled us. What your CPA isn't telling you. What your CPA... Well, first of all, not a lot of CPAs knows this. The ones who know it, they read this book. Most CPAs don't know it. And this book will tell you why they aren't telling us. They aren't telling us because they themselves don't know it, right? What your CPA isn't telling you. Life-changing tax strategies. Say what? Read the books, people. Read the books. It's in the books, right? Look at this one. Nelson Nash, Becoming Your Own Bank. Like, this information has been around. We just don't know. If you want to hide something, put it in a book. Put it in a book. You want to hide it? Put it in a book. Nobody's reading the book. But we are. We are reading the book. So when you become part of our organization, you can read the book too and become more knowledgeable so you know what's going on with your money. Right? So because it is Christmas, I want to show you the strategy, the IUL. Because a lot of us, like I said, we're going to buy gifts for these kids. Where's the gift going to be 18 years from now? Where's the gift going to be 18 years from now? Right? So here is a newborn, right? 0. You know anybody got kids? You know anybody who's pregnant? You know anybody who just got a baby boy, a baby girl? Every kid in America for Christmas needs to have an IUL. Here's why. We're going to set them up to be wealthy. We're going to set them up to be better than us. We are going to set them up. Mickey, all of the books, hold on, let me show you guys. Right? All of the books are on my website. Right? So when you click on odetaking.com/health and wealth, and let me put it in the chat. Right here. Right? I'm going to show you guys right now because we need to read the books. We need to read the books. The answer is in the books, and I did not write the books. Right? The research has been done. Nobody can say, oh, you know what? I don't know. No. The research has been done. When you click on that link, you're going to click here where it says my favorite books to read. And all of those books I just showed to you, you can find them right here, right? What would the Rockefellers do? Hold on. Where's the Rockefellers? The Rockefellers, right here. Right here. I got them all. What would the Rockefellers? What would the Rockefellers? Who are the Rockefellers? Are they bums? Are they like losers? Are they paupers? Who are they? Who are the Rockefellers? We all know these people's names. Who is going to know your name? Who's going to know Nicole Gonzalez? Who's going to know Amos Balabi? Who's going to know Mickey Dawson? Who's going to know Yvonne Narvel? You bet they're going to know about Odetta King, because Odetta King's name is already written. Playground Millionaire. This is why you're broke. If you ain't stacking, you're dropping. Let's get rich. When I die, somebody's going to keep reading these books. The same way how I'm reading these people's books right now. What would the Rockefellers do? 5 myths, retirement, 25 ways to secure your future with it. What? IUL. Tax free. Read the books. Read the books, people. Read the books. All the answers are in the book. So when a client tells me, oh, I got to do my research, you know what I'm going to tell them? Go read this book. You want to do your research? Go read this book. What would the Rockefellers do? Money, Wealth, Life Insurance, Retirement Miracle, Tax-Free Retirement, Laser Fund. Where is my Laser Fund? Oh my God, it's all the way up there. Laser Fund. Start with your, man, go read the books. Tax-Free Income, The Financial Pocket Knife, that one is in my home. Becoming your own bank, right here, right? What your CPA isn't telling you. Think like a billionaire, become like a billionaire. Man, listen, the research has been done. Nobody should be saying, oh, let me go do my research. Because first of all, your research is not a research. Your research is Google. And anybody can go on Google and write anything, right? Family Bank Strategy. I just ordered this one. Family Bank Strategy, how to create your own personal bank, tax-free, and protect your estate from creditors. I just ordered this one, right? Look before you learn. I just ordered this one too. Why all life insurance retirement plans are not created equal and how to find the right one. Read the books. Read the books, right? Powerful stuff. So, because it is Christmas, this is what you want to be giving your kids for Christmas. This is what you want to be doing for Christmas. Listen, now that I know this stuff, I don't give gifts anymore. You know what I'm giving for gifts? A book. A book. That's your Christmas. Go read a book and let's become educated. If not, no legacy is going to pass down. And I spoke to a client today and he said, Odetta, I didn't learn this stuff. My mom didn't learn this stuff. My grandmother didn't. Like, come on, we got to stop it. We got to stop this stuff, right? We got to read the books, become educated so we could change the story, right? He said, Odetta, I would always know when it's tax season. My mom would buy us the nice clothes. She would buy nice shoes. We would go to eat. I'm like, you see, now you know better. Don't pass it down. It stops with you. You know this stuff now. Change the course, right? So this is a newborn, 0, right? 0. And wait a minute, I think I see my aunt on. Auntie Yvonne is there. Yeah, Yvonne Nerville. So Auntie Yvonne, we got to put this in place for Alitalia, for Talia's son, right? We gotta get an IUL for Talia's son, right? He's like what, 2 years old? We gotta get him an IUL. We gotta set him up, right? So now we have a male, 0, newborn, right? We put a life insurance policy, not any life insurance, but an IUL, right? And I'm going to show you guys, it's amazing. We're setting this kid up for his entire future, not just for a lunchtime, but for a lifetime. So first off, let me show you what this looks like. I have this set up for You could start this plan with as little as $26. I wouldn't recommend you do 26, but I'm just showing you. You could start it with as little as 26. You don't have to, and you shouldn't. But I just want to show you guys how diverse and flexible this plan is. Ideally, you want to do $100. Ideally. But worst case scenario, if you're like Odetta, I want to do this stuff, but I cannot afford $100. Let's get him covered at all costs. Let's get him covered, and later on, you could increase. You could save more. You could add more later on. And the max for this particular one is you could put as much as $412. You ain't got to start with $412. You got a lot of grandkids. You got a lot of kids. $50 a piece. I just opened another account for my cousin, right? He just got his third kid. I said, I know what? You can't do a lot. Let's start with $50. Let's get her covered. Baby Aviana, let's get baby Aviana covered. We open a $50 IUL because we know we're going to fund it later on. But we protected her. I spoke with another client today. I can't even help his granddaughter because the little girl born with so many things. It's a miracle she's alive. She's got one lung. One lung. All the odds she beat. Glory be to God. I can't help that little girl. So when somebody tells me, oh, I don't want to put insurance on my child, well, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Why would you not? If I give birth tonight, I'm putting $1 million policy on my son or my daughter because I know this information. Because I know someday, 18 years down the road, 20 years down the road, he's set. Right? He's set. He ain't going to be coming to me for money. He got his IUL. And if I need some money, I'm going to his IUL because I'm the one that's saving in it. Right? So now we cover this child for $150,000 coverage. That's his net worth. You see these little babies crawling around here? They're rich. Their net worth is higher than some adults. Right? So when you save in this plan, right? Look at the things you're getting. We talk about leveraging your money. You have life insurance for your whole life. Your whole life, you're covered. You ain't got to come back to me in 20 years or 10 years or in 30 years when your term expires. You're building cash value, meaning the money that you're putting in the policy. You're saving money. You're growing. You're building it up. And all of this money is tax-free. So when little Aviana is ready to go to college at 18, 22, 23, whatever age, we're going to pull some money out to help pay for her college. Right? Now with kids, they don't give you living benefits. But for you adults, you want to get the living benefits. So now let's look what this plan looks like. We start here. I'm showing you we're saving $412. But don't forget, you don't have to start with $412. You can start this plan for $100. Every kid that I'm talking to right now, their parents, I don't want to hear no garbage. Don't tell me but no. Don't tell me but no, nothing. If we're not getting the IUL, you don't love your kids. Because the toys are going to get washed away. Next year, they're not even going to remember the toys. The clothes are going to get fade away. All of that stuff is going to go by the wayside in a year or two. But not your IUL. Your IUL is a gift that's going to keep on giving. Right? So now when this child is 18 years old, right? How much money we got? We got almost 150,000, 142. How many of us, when we were 18 years old, we had even 100,000 to your name? How many of us, when we were 18 years old, had even $50,000 to our name? Saving less than $5,000 a year. Guys, statistics shows that grandparents on average spend $5,000 a year on their grandkids. There's a reason why I picked this number. Because statistics shows that grandparents on average spend $5,000 a year on their grandkids. Because they love their grandkids. They love their grandkids. They may not spend a lot on the kids, but they love their grandkids, right? They may not get along with their sons or daughter, but they love their grandkids. They would want, my mom, she would want to give her grandkids more money more than me or my siblings. She loves Zay Zay. She loves Corey. She loves Kyra. She'll give them her last. I don't call her and ask for money. But if she asks me for money, I know some of it is going to the grandkids. So on average, if they're spending $5,000 a year on their grandkids, in 18 years, are they going to have almost $142,000? No, they're not. No, they're not. Guys, we can save the money. We're just not saving it or putting it in the best vehicle. Now, when this child is 22, let's say they're done with college. They could take some of this money to pay any student loans if they incur any. Or they're done with college, and you know what? They want to start their family. Or they want to start a business. They go to college, they want to start a business. Here's some money for the business to get a head start. When they're 30 years old, they have almost $380,000. Guys, how many of us are 30 years old? Listen, I'm not even going to ask the question because the numbers, statistic tells us. People who are retiring today, on average, are retiring with their 401k shy of 300,000. Shy of 300,000. $30-year-old having about 380,000. So when I say we're setting this child up for their entire life, money for college, money for a wedding, money for a business, money for whatever. Now let's go to age 40, right? Now you have almost 800,000 at age 40. Like every time I do this presentation, I am so mad that somebody did not sit with my parents when they first came to America. Because I know my parents could have done this. My parents saved money. They saved money, but where? Where did they save the money? Not an IUL. Right? They saved the money, but they have nothing to show. So many of us, we have nothing to show, right? So we got money for everything. And look the part, right? When I talk about Playground Millionaire, how to set your kids up to be a millionaire. Guys, it is ludicrous. It is ludicrous that somebody could show you how to be a millionaire in this lifetime. Some people would go through their entire life and never even know or think of, oh, I could become a millionaire. Yeah. This is groundbreaking information that you can literally show somebody how to set themselves up to be a guaranteed millionaire, not a gambling or probability millionaire. This is a guaranteed millionaire. By saving money in a plan like this, at 45, you put in $173,000 over 45 years, and your $173,000 grows to, oh my God, over $1 million at 45. You're still in your working years. You're still in your working years. So this is doable for everybody. And because here's another thing. Let's say you took money out all along the way. You took money out for college. You took money out for a wedding. You took money out for a business. You took money out for whatever. Fine. You took money out all the way. So you still got the benefit. You had money to even take out. Many of us don't go to college because we don't have no money. Many of us don't start a business because we don't have no money. Many of us don't pursue passion, goals, because we have no money. Here, these kids are going to have options. Options to start a business, options to go to school, options to buy a house, because the money is there. The money is going to be there. When I first started my business, I love my parents, but they didn't give me any money to start my business. When I went to NYU, I love my parents, but they never even give me $100 to pay for a course. I'm not knocking them. They didn't know what they know. They didn't know. I know this information now. Right? So because we know this, we want to teach our community this. This is life-changing information. And now when these kids turn 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, they can have another policy that now is going to give them living benefits. Now they're going to have 2 accounts if they choose. Right? Guess what? This one account is doing every single thing financially. Now homeboy is 65. Does he need to wait until he's 65 to retire? Hell to the no. Retirement has nothing to do with age and everything to do with money. Because if you got $3 million in your 40s, do you need to wait until you're 65 to retire? No, you don't. Retirement, they fooled us. Retirement has nothing to do with age. Retirement has everything to do with money. Money. You got enough money, you could retire right now. You ain't got to wait till you're 65 or 50 or 45 or whatever age. Retirement has everything to do with money. And this is why we see people still working, even though they're in retirement years, because of money. So now, homeboy is 65, he got 3.4 million. It is ludicrous. How much did he put in? 187. 187. No other vehicle in the financial space will do this. No other vehicle has these 4 cornerstones: growth, safety. You may get growth in other products. You may get growth in other investment vehicle, but it's not going to be safe. It's not going to be safe. You're going to get the growth, but it's not going to be safe. You're going to make money and you're going to lose money. Here we're not losing. We're not playing the losing game. We're going one way and it's up. No up and down. I don't want to be happy today and sad tomorrow because I lost $200,000. No. I want to be smiling every day. I want to log into my IUL account and know, okay, I made money. My money's going up. I don't want to go in today and it's down. Going tomorrow, up. Going next week, down. No, we're not playing that game because we know too much. We read the books. We read the books. We know too much. We cannot keep doing that, or else it's going to happen to our kids and grandkids. We got to change the course now because we read the books. We got the information. We know what why the CPA didn't tell us. We know what Shirley Chin said. We know what the retirement miracle said. We read the books. So no more excuse, right? Now when this child is in his 90s, right? Let's say he lived long. Look at the last column. My God. 15 million. Let's say he lives until age 100. My God, to God be the glory. You dying to leave 24 million? Who is doing this? Not people like me and you. Because people like me and you, we think life insurance is for burial. So we don't invest in these things. We don't learn about these things. 24 million. So when you see the wealthy people stacking up on this, you know why? You see this 24 million? If they had this 24 million in a 401k, IRA, stock market, it's not 24 million. Back out the taxes, not 24 million. Uncle Sam would love to get a good hand on this 24 million. He would destroy it in taxes. So wealthy people believe. This is why the book, Money, Wealth, Life Insurance, what would the wealthy do, right? What would how the wealthy use life insurance as a tax-free to supercharge, tax-free. Because this 24 million, they want all of it. They want all of it to go to their heirs. Generational wealth. Because we all gonna die someday. So that 3.5 million is going to be generational wealth because that's untouchable, tax-free, right? So the best gift you can give every kids, and I'm saying kids because tonight is about kids. Next week it's going to be about the adult. But make no mistake, this same strategy is for both adult and kids. It's for both adult and kids. It's going to do the same thing. You cannot, like, what you going to tell me? Like, what are you going to tell me? You want to do more research? Go read the books, right? Go read the books. All the research have been done by doctors, by lawyers, by CPAs, by attorneys. The books have all of it. The research is done. The reason why we don't know what we don't know because nobody is reading the books. So with that being said, right, I'm going to switch gears, right? If you have been under a rock, I want to invite all of you, right? As if I have all this space, right? We want to invite all of you to come and enjoy our Christmas gathering, which is going to be this coming Sunday, right here at our office in Brooklyn, New York. 2174 Nostrand Avenue, second floor of the U.S. Army Recruiting Building.
Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry, Saturday. What did I say?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Sunday I'll be at a church. Sunday I'll be at a church teaching the same information that I just shared with you. Maybe that's why my mind is thinking that way. But no, not Friday, not Sunday, Saturday. Thanks for reminding me. So Saturday, December 21st from 6, right? Make sure you click on that same link that I put in the chat, right? And you're going to RSVP and you're going to come out and you're going to learn more. And it's social, easy breezy, laid back. We're going to have food. We're going to have music. We're going to have great conversation. We're going to have guests. We're going to have clients. We have some guest speakers. One of my girlfriends just wrote her first book, and it's called something with, oh my God, something with Bible. Oh my God, I forgot. Guys, girl, Clayette is going to be in the building. We have so many amazing people that's going to be here. Some of them are our clients. Some of them are just people who have been following us. And we have some amazing testimonies. So I want to close out. Let's see if Donna is on. So Donna is Guyanese, yay! And Donna is a nurse in Texas. And we have a lot of things going on. Let me see if I can find the flyer. I cannot seem to find the flyer, but this coming Saturday, we have an event happening in Texas. Donna can probably give you more info, but if you know anybody that lives in Texas, right, make sure you send the flyer to them so that they too can come out, learn this information. And of course, if you are here in New York, this Saturday we're going to have our Christmas holiday. And I also want I want to share this flyer while I have it up, right? Here it is. So mark the date, right? Mark all of these dates. And again, the same link that I put in the Zoom chat. Let me put it again, right? If you click on that one link, it has everything. So Saturday, 10 a.m., 3 p.m., we have 2 sessions. Then we have Sunday, January 12th from 3 to 5. Imar Arcles is a tax expert, and so is Judith Hamilton. They're both tax expert, IRS, right? They're IRS enrolled agents. They've been doing an amazing job on the tax side. And once they got on board with our organization and they start learning all this stuff, even them will tell you, yes, even them will tell you they did not know this information. They did all this stuff I just shared with you tonight. Even them, they did not know none of this stuff. And when I sat with both of them and I showed them the strategy, none of them hesitated. None of them said, oh, Dada, let me do my research. They understand taxes. They understand taxes. And they said, you know what, Odetta? Not only am I going to get it for myself, I want to get it for my kids. And I said, well, don't be selfish. Come on board, get your license, and let's teach this to more people. All of your tax clients, let's teach this to them. They didn't know this stuff. And they do taxes. And they will tell you at the seminar that they never learned this stuff in school. So when this book talks about what your CPA isn't telling you, it's because your CPA doesn't even know the information himself. He doesn't know the information himself. That's why he's not telling you. We don't know what we don't know, right? We do not know what we do not know. So Donna, are you able to share a testimony? Yes. Let's see. I know I just called on you without no advance notice. So if you cannot, it is fine because it was impromptu.
I'm here, Odetta.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. So Donna, can you tell us a little about yourself, your background, why you got started with us, and how important is this information, especially from a medical standpoint?
So, thanks for the opportunity, Odetta, and thanks everyone. Good evening, everybody. So my name is Donna McRae Smith. I used to live in New York some years ago, and I moved to Texas. For me, being a nurse, I have learned how not to live. And I say that because there are two things that I think in life that are very, very important to everybody, and that is their health and their money. I'm not sure which one you will put first. Some people will put the money first, and some people will put the health first, but I think both of them are equally important, because if you don't have good health, you can't enjoy your money. And if you don't have enough money, it's hard for you to be in good health, because you're not going to be able to buy the healthy food that you really need to eat. And you're not going to be able to afford a gym membership and, to rest when you need to rest, because you're going to always be on a grind trying to make more money. So for me, both of them are things that we have to pay attention to. What I have found is that many, many people who get sick don't have the resources to take care of themselves, moreover to take care of their families. When you get sick, you need money. It's expensive to be sick. You need money for medication. When you recover, you need money for rehab. You need money to pay your bills while you're sick. And I've seen many, many people end up without a home. Their house get repossessed. Their car get repossessed. All because they had one illness. And these are people who the husband is working or the wife is also working. But when one income has to provide for that family, they end up in a bad place. And that's not a place that I want anybody to be. And that really was my reason for getting interested in becoming a member of WFG and for working to educate families about all these things that Odetta just shared about. So if you're on this call and you're still having doubts, don't wait. Tomorrow is always too late. The day to get covered, to get an IUL is today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not, oh, let me have a good time this Christmas, and you go to the store, you spend all the money, and then come January, we usually say that's the hardest month in the year, you spend all your money. You don't want to do that. Get covered now. It takes a moment before you will get approved, and everyone doesn't get approved. Young people don't get approved because this kind of plan really is not for everybody. If you're sick, you're not going to get covered. with life insurance, depending on what you have. And as you get older, you're more likely to get some kind of illness. We all going to get sick, we're going to get old, and we're going to die. May not be in that order. Some of us wouldn't get sick, we just die suddenly. But if, God forbid, we get sick with a critical illness, chronic illness, or a terminal illness, our families wouldn't be left homeless because we took the time to get the savings account that could help us when those rainy days were to come. I can go on and on, but I don't want to take up more of your time. So back to you, Odetta.
Thank you so much for sharing, Nurse Donna. So here's the flyer. If you guys want to take a screenshot, here's what I would say. Even if you don't know anybody personally, post it on social media because you just never know who might be watching, right? So you have nothing to lose. Just share it. It's going to be Saturday, December 21st, 10 a.m. Central Time. Houston Financial Center, 11767 Katy Forward, I don't know what that is, Freeway, Suite 1010, Houston, Texas.
That's Katy Freeway.
Katy Freeway, awesome. So who's going to be there? Woo woo! I get excited. You can tell I get excited. Who's going to be there? Our Executive Vice Chairman, Mr. Jonathan Marion, who started with this company when he was just 18 years old. And he too got his IUL, okay? And his dad had also started, not exactly an IUL, but it was a different type of life insurance back then that built cash value. Cash value, savings in the policy, right? So when Jonathan became of age, and of course he got into this business, over the years, as he was making more money, he put more money and he got his own policy and he has several policies. So this is someone that has never went to college. Never went to college. In the beginning of his career, his parents thought he was wasting his time. His parents thought he was a disgrace. His parents thought, oh my God, all our friends' family, kids are going to grad school, they're going to law school, they're going to this school, and you're doing this thing you're doing. Well, guess what? That thing retired his parents. This thing, right, is taking care of mom and dad because this thing made him a multi-millionaire, right? So he's going to be our keynote speaker. And then Myra, another IRS enrolled tax agent who had started with us less than 3 years ago. Less than 3 years ago. Amazing, doing amazing. Has her tax practice, has 2 locations, helping families. Was busy. Every time Jonathan called her to see about this thing, she's like, oh my God, I'm busy. I got all these clients. I know everything about taxes. There's nothing you can tell me, and on and on and on. But once he got her to sit down and he shared the information with her, I'm telling you, she did not question it because she understands taxes and she saw the connection right away. How not only that she could better herself, but how she could help her clients with this information. So right away she jumped on board, and in less than 1 year, she closed up shop. She closed up her tax practice. She closed it up. Now she's 100% in WFG, cash flowing almost $400,000. Just opened up this location, right? This is her office, and she's gonna be here with Jonathan Marion teaching the same information I've just given you and more, right? Because they're the expert. She's got the tax information that I don't. And he, of course, has the experience and the credibility, right? So if you know people in Texas, or even if you don't know, text this out to somebody and say, hey, share it. Share it. I wish I was there to even though I hear this information, I wish I could be there. Because you always are learning something in this business, right? So guys, take a screenshot. If you want to attend this stuff, Nurse Donna, if you want to put your phone number in the chat, you guys can reach out to her. She will be there because she lives in the area, right? So Donna, we're going to rely on you to maybe next Thursday when we do our money mastery. Maybe you could share, how the event was, what was some of your takeaway and so forth. Is that okay, Donna?
Sure. No problem.
Awesome. Thank you.
And my phone number is in the chat. And for those who can't take a screenshot, you can always go to, if you have Instagram, go to @mycentralbank. Or I should probably put my name in the chat too, so you can find me on Facebook. It's already out there. You'll see it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And guys, we want to close this out. We have some bittersweet news, right? We're gonna close it out by playing a tribute video. Some of you may or may not know, right? What is this? One of our fellow sister, Taya, passed away. Last week we lost her. It was abrupt. It was sudden. It's still a mystery. But we choose, we're people of faith, and we choose not to question God. Everybody has their time. We don't know when it's going to be our time, but more of a reason why I personally I'm super passionate about sharing this information even more after her passing. It's bittersweet, right? So we're going to close out by playing this tribute video to our sister Toya. She's being laid to rest tomorrow in Chicago. She was the only kid for her mom. Shout out to Mama Miller. And you just never know. I say this to say two things. Let's get our affairs in order. Make sure you have life insurance, right? Make sure you have life insurance. And secondly, make sure you have your estate planning in order. Your will, your power of attorney, medical proxy. For some of us, a trust. The more you have, the more, you need a more robust. But at the very least, power of attorney, medical proxy, and a will. Power of attorney, because somebody now has to go after all of her assets legally to collect whatever has to be collected. Her bank account, her savings account, her IRAs, everything financially. Somebody has to have the legal power of attorney, right? A will. She has stuff, right? A will. And then medical proxy, in this case, it's too late. But if somebody gets sick and you cannot make decisions for yourself because you're incapacitated, you're in a coma or whatever. Like I told you, my client that I spoke with today, his granddaughter was in a coma twice. 4-year-old. So when people tell me, I don't want to put life insurance on my kids, I'm like, you don't know what you don't know. Because I'm not talking about death insurance, right? So guys, we will see you. Those of you that are in the New York area, we will see you on Saturday at the Christmas party. If you're not here in New York, make sure you get in touch with the person who invited you so we can schedule a one-on-one. And I don't want nobody telling me, that after the holidays. After the holidays might be too late. You want to get in now. Let's have a one-on-one with you, explain what's going on, and get you protected before the year out. That is the best gift you're going to give yourself, and especially for your kids and grandkids. So I'll leave this video, and thank you guys so much for joining tonight.
What difference has WFG made in your life? I respect the time for myself. I think you can disrespect time in life because you don't value the preciousness of it. So for me, it made me realize that, time is very valuable and you can't get it back.
Yeah.
So I love WFG because it's a platform and will highlight whatever's inside of you. It'll bring it out. It kind of elevates you in a sense.
Everything happens for